Sekai最高の暗殺者 Isekai Kizoku ni Tensei suru, or the world's finest assassin, gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat, is licensed and produced by Crunchyroll, Studios Silverlink, as well as Studios Palette. Based on the works by Rui Tsukiyo. Please support the official release. Hello YouTube, Jack here with another reaction series. This one we're doing, as the title of the video suggests already, Sekai Saikō no Ansatsusha Isekai Kizoku ni Tensei suru. Got it first try. Or English, the world's best assassin to reincarnate in a different world, aristocrat as... No? The best? Why do I stumble over the English title but not over the Japanese one? The world's best assassin, comma, to reincarnate in a different world, aristocrat. Oh no, wait, that 2 is capitalized, so it's a different, like, a different take on the title. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. World's Best Assassin, which is like a very creative title. I know it's like the full one, but whatever. Yeah, I need something shorter to call this show anyway, so it's either gonna be World's Best Assassin or Sekai Saikō no Ansatsusha. And Ansatsusha. I probably actually messed that up the first time I said the Japanese title, so not first try. Yay! So, what we have here is, I don't know, Isekai thing of the season, or whatever, maybe not. I think the only thing I really know is that the author of this little masterpiece here that we're about to enjoy is the same as from Redo of the Healer, which is not an Isekai series, but popular for other reasons, or maybe not popular, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Yep. Okay, in all fairness, popular probably is not the right word to refer to Redo of the Healer, but yeah. It is known. Infamous, maybe. In any case, I don't really have much to lead into this show because I have no idea what it's about other than... I don't know, the title actually gives away a fair bit, doesn't it? World's Best Assassin, reincarnated as an aristocrat, and, I don't know, he's gonna do shenanigans in the new world, presumably. With that said, I'm just trying to get this chair somewhere where it's less in the way. Let's jump into this, see what it's about. In the 3, 2, 1. Okay, opening. I was not expecting this to start out with the opening. And it's very stylish, though, I'll give you that. I'm getting real James Bond vibes here, in all fairness. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just caught off guard by the fact that episode 1 starts out with the opening. That's so unusual. In any case, we have an Isekai with a reincarnated prodigy and 3 female characters, so we are off to the great start. Maybe not. Was it? Well, oh, she is not happy about this whole getting dolled up thing here. Yeah, no. How terrible. The makeup is gonna be ruined because you're crying. Clearly the worst that's gonna happen to you today. So, some sort of auction? Human auction, of course. Yes. I'll say she's quite dolled up in terms of makeup. But also that is an impressive 13-year-old. Let's put it like that. Well, we know where the taste for makeup comes from. Damn, I thought it was the maid for a second, but nope. Well, she sure is popular. I mean, I really don't know if whether the... Well, it is the fantasy world, I was wondering about it. But, like, whether them being evil looking is really of concern here. The maid's a good person! Yay! Nope. Yeah, good job swinging only the keys and not some blood or whatever. I mean, I was gonna say, it's pretty brave of you to just keep sitting up there. I mean, it's a pretty explosive opening. Still missing 2 people, though. Are you buying time, or are you taking care of everything by yourself? I don't really know if we need the backstory here for this. But well, good on you for actually, you know, getting evidence and not just storming in face first. Face first? What? Wow, that was a nice transition actually. I like that. Yep, that's what he got paid for, I guess. Well, sounds reasonable. In terms of working as an assassin for some underground organization. Probably don't want your assassins going off doing their own thing. Yeah. Probably kind of a bad job flying that thing in front of the moon, but... I mean, I guess like... There's always gonna be some angle where it's in front of the moon, so... So you still have got the military going after you, eh? I'm gonna say nobody was in there. Well, good thing the car got going straight, or that whole diversion probably wouldn't have been anywhere near as deceiving. Though, I mean, good enough for coming up with it on the fly, so... Or were you sold out? That's the question. Okay, well that's a transition screen. Well, good enough as reasons any. Honestly. I mean, would they keep someone? They literally raised him. Would they keep a child that is showing human emotions? Or rather, let emotions interfere with the job? Oh, that's a death sentence. I mean, going by what we've seen so far, yeah, kind of seem like a novice. Too slow. I'm gonna say no, but still a good lesson. Damn, not even about their abilities, eh? I mean, it's kind of hard to go to sleep after that, you know? I really want to ask when he did that. You thrust too much. You're still kind of leaving the, like, the ammo on the floor. She could really just pick it up. Like, if your entire fear is that she's gonna shoot you, she can still do that. Yes, I'm definitely gonna return safe and sound. There's no questions about that, right? Let's go meet some ninjas. Well, that whole plane's going down, isn't it? Because that hides the real targets. Or something like that. Dude should have been told a lesson about red flags, though. What? How is communications cut off and it just pop up a phone with perfect reception? What? Well, sucks to be you. Aren't you going a little bit overboard? Just a little bit. I just kinda... Why did you bother booby-trapping the plane if you're just gonna shoot it down? I mean, I guess it's insurance or whatever. But that seems like such a hassle. If you're gonna bomb it out of existence anyway. Well, I guess we're going full circle to the lesson from 5 minutes ago. I mean, the why is a genuine good question, because it's not like he even quit the organization or anything like that. He isn't gonna be able to work forever, so training the next generation would be a good thing to do as well. I feel like all in all, they really had themselves a sweet deal here. Clothes and everything! He's not impressed whatsoever. What's with the sound effects, woman? That's a great speaking pattern you've got going, to just interspersing random English. Especially considering, isn't he American? Isn't that like sort of... I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's what it is. Well, damn. That's a nice premise. Gotta kill the hero there. We're just gonna have like this smooth and soothing ending. Well, that's fun. So what do we make of this first episode now? The first part seemed kind of like they were doing the good deed there on orders of the kingdom or whatever. Like, I mean, here's the thing. He's not a good person, right? If he's working as an assassin for a shady organization. Just because the targets this time happen to be mafia. Like, yeah, there's a fairly good chance he killed some innocent people, isn't there? Actually, I'm gonna try to lower this a bit. Well, now my garbage is in the frame. But yes, so... originally not a good person. We don't know about the second life yet. He's gonna get sent there to kill the hero, which... Like, if nothing else, he's gonna get back into the assassination business. No surprise there. Like, as he said... Deal of reincarnation. Like, what would be the point of reincarnating the world's best assassin if not for his assassin skills? Like, you're not gonna bother otherwise, right? So, there be that. But in the beginning, they like kind of busted this illegal auction of, I don't know, corrupt nobles. Well, they aren't necessarily corrupt, but scumbags. Let's call them that, shall we? They also don't necessarily have to be nobles, but, you know, they're filthy rich and they're kind of buying girls at an auction, so not the kind of people we feel too bad about watching them getting slaughtered like that, so everything's fine. And they emphasized that, and like he said something about regarding that, doing that on the kingdom, like order of the kingdom or whatever. I'm actually gonna like try to find this scene real quick. Here they are, here they're busting out. Oh, there was the transition. In accordance with the royal order and the principles of the house, that's French, like I guess, Tuathede or something. I can't speak French, so don't get at me with pronunciations. But I guess he said royal order. I guess the house of, however you pronounce that, the house of Tuathede is the one he reincarnated in, because like the title says that he reincarnated as an aristocrat or a noble or something. So that makes sense. And I guess it's sort of a house in the service of the crown, the royals, whatever. But then I guess like that's in accordance with the royal order. So I guess it's sort of like check whether or not they are the ones, or find out whoever is behind the kidnappings of young girls, or like whichever one happened first, whether they had suspicions of these people or they just investigated the kidnappings, and take care of them. And such is what they did. But the point is, he's not like running around killing the hero just yet. Maybe he hasn't found him yet. The point is, he's like kind of doing this for the government, essentially, which, if you've ever seen any movies, you know, doesn't have to be a good thing or a legal thing or anything like that. But it sort of makes me question whether or not like his moral compass changed somewhat. Because, as I said before, despite how he treated his, like, you know, newbie woman whom he brought along for training, he's definitely not a nice person. You can't be an assassin and a nice person. Like, let's put it like that, an assassin who doesn't question orders and be a nice person. There's a contradiction in there somewhere, and I'm pretty sure he knows that too, so... yeah. All that said, episode 2, I guess. Let's see how the reincarnation business is going. Actually, start this properly. Yeah. And 3, 2, 1, go. I guess so. Also, thanks for the visual. I feel like someone saw the clip from Jibril in No Game No Life where she did the weird way of talking with interspersed English and just said, "This! We want this!" Oh, right, he said that, didn't he? Those came back and like, while he was sinking into the depths. Well, it seem to be better conditions than what you had before. I mean, might as well give him all the knowledge. I love how he doesn't like even flinch while all this is happening. I mean, I guess he wouldn't be the hero if he didn't have something setting him apart. I mean, it makes sense that you would say that you can't take that guy down in a fair fight. So, assassination it is. I mean, it's like your, you know, standard take on reincarnating with overpowered abilities, and I don't have a problem with that. What's the disco floor, though? A lot of happenstance, eh? Damn. Oh yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Fair enough. So he basically got himself a loophole, too. Damn. So get 5 S rank once. Well, seems about standard, but useful. Okay, he gets 1 from each. Yeah, she did say that. But I didn't know what the each meant at a point, so forgive me. So, is the E rank gonna be somehow completely overpowered too? In like combination with the other skills? Oh no, I don't D rank. Oh yeah, S. S. Well, figures. Might as well. Yeah, I tried to listen for the name, but I guess I can't pronounce it. Well, goodbye, old man. Was nice knowing you. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, you still have to train up to become an assassin, though. Although I guess those skills, like the skills and the training and everything, would be useful in everyday life no matter what. So, what's it matter? I feel like you should wash him first, but oh well. Luke. Tuahade. Goddamn French names. Aww. Some backstory. I was kind of hoping the old man voice would stick in his head, but too bad. I'm thinking the transition cards. They're actually kind of nice. That's not magic then. Why are you doing it upside down? Headshot! Yeah, okay. But how does doing it upside down help? Aren't you a noblewoman? Also, I'm just gonna say that pendant looks nice and all, but I feel like it would stab you in the collarbone whenever you look down. Good thing there weren't any bones in there. The eyes are just sparkling. Well, convenient excuse, if anything. I mean, if nothing else, it's still good to know. Since not like you can just go to a restaurant whenever you want as an assassin. Although I guess fine cooking is a different thing. I mean, I guess by standard of a 7-year-old. Yeah. I wasn't too sure at first, but they do seem to be well off after all. Like, mainly with all of them standing around the kitchen. I mean, he's putting on a kind face with you too. Oh, that's so sweet. Ah, well, there goes the nice face, perhaps. Nice estate, though. Yeah, how convenient. Under quotes. Because, like... probably happened on purpose, is what I'm saying. So... similar to what the girl in episode 1 did at the beginning, eh? God, she's adorable. I like that she can throw him for a loop. Well, it's great that you can look at this scene and consider it having fun. We had our first Sasuga no so that's great. Pretty. Although I'd imagine you feel a little bit blinded by the light. Well, nice magic zoom. Damn. How do you see through the trees, though, the leaves? I mean... magic! Yay! I just feel like... is magic dangerous? Because I feel like this is something he should have been taught long ago, or at least started. What the... yeah, why do you have them? Not denying it. You made it? Is it gonna be a child? Or like similar aged prodigy, magic child, something along those lines? A lolly is what I'm saying. Well, in all fairness, I could have kind of figured it was gonna be her. Wasn't my plan, but I still was right. Woo! She. Okay, so it's an age thing. Fair enough. I love the effect, but man, she's got a temper. Magical bonds. Damn, the episodes fly by though, I'll say that. So, is she a child? Like, the father just called her a genius, but I feel like if you're gonna be one of the top 5 in the kingdom, I assume is what she was referring to. It's gotta be a little bit more than just child prodigy. So maybe she just has the appearance of a child. Also, why is it that I just absolutely call this? Like, is this such a thing? I'm kind of trying to think of it now. Like, if I can think of child teachers. Oh god, so many come to mind. I would like to say like, oh no, there's a couple, but no, there's so many. Oh, there's so many. And it's not like necessarily that they are children, but you know, they have the appearance of a child, which I don't have a problem with. Okay, I get it. It's like just how anime works in terms of drawing smaller people. They just happen to look like children, but there's so many. I think this trope qualifies as a cliche now. But yeah, I don't know how old she is. That's the point. I don't know if she's a legitimate child or just looks like one. Opening. The next one starts with. So I'm just gonna skip past that. Okay. So yeah. Let's get into episode 3, see what it's about. I mean, probably learning magic. Actually, I just saw the title, but I didn't pay attention, so... Yeah. Episode 3. Let's get into this. In 3, 2, 1, go. I guess you got to change clothes in between. Damn it, she really is a child. I was really hoping that wouldn't be the case. But in all fairness, let's be real here. They're indulging in a lot of cliches. So, might as well. Well, if he's been training it for, like, literally his entire life, it should be fine. How did you measure that? I got plenty more. Physical reinforcement. Well, that makes for a nice bump. Proud father moment. Yes! I love these type of anime parents. They're the best. It's just like, you caused the massive explosions? Amazing! Damn, the trees are bent too. I want more fire stones. I mean, again, it's quite the weapon. So, let's say the reason he can't have any is 10% because they're treasured objects, and 90% because they would be broken. I was kind of wondering why the windows were barricaded, but I forgot they got blown out. Not sure that's how it works, but oh well. Yeah. Nope, that's... I need that wire. Yeah. Say hello. Hello. See? There's you. Oh well. Oh, I guess checking affinity makes sense. Even though we already know he has 4. Not like you can just tell her that. Oh no, poor her! Poor her! I don't know, has she ever mentored someone? If she is 10 years old, she wouldn't really have had much of a chance to, right? I mean, she did say it was an unforgettable experience, so... Looks like it. I mean, you have already been reborn with purpose. That's literally how you got into this whole situation. Literally. Context! Memory is not the issue. Like, yeah. Gonna come for a sleep over again? Yes, she is! Damn, he's getting pushed off to the side. Let's go with that! I mean, you have literally got the letters in your head, so just write them down. You telling me nobody tried that before? Yeah, please answer that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of these numbers. Maybe a periodic table or whatever. I really don't think that, like, the melting point is of significant. Well, that didn't work. Nope, worked out. Oh yeah! He didn't have that. That's not fair. Why was it delayed? Oh well, whatever. That's a 1000 watt smile. Which, I mean, fair enough, considering it just revolutionized the entire concept of magic in your world. Also, infinite gold, just... that too. Are you sure you're the teacher? Fire. Although I don't know why her gun looks different, considering it's the same spell. Oh, he did warn you. Maybe, who knows? Do not! No! I mean, fair enough, at least you're giving us a reason for saying that not everybody can just do that. What do you mean already? Don't you mean only? So, the plan was just to teach him magic in 2 weeks? Is magic that simple? I mean, going so far, I'm not too sure. Because, like, the joke is kind of that, like, they're prodigies, so... You could have made something that's not a knife, but oh well. Where did you get the sheath from? Yeah, you kind of glanced over that, but I still would like an explanation as for why nobody thought about that yet. Okay? Okay, that's fine, I guess. And? I don't know, these things always end so abruptly. I mean, he really did. It's more like he taught you. Okay, in all fairness, it was a bit of cooperation there. I mean, it's not like you don't... There's a reason you can't meet each other, or something like that. Putting aside, we already know that you're gonna work together in the future. What truth? Is there more truth? Okay. I mean, I did say you were experimenting on death row people, so we can already know that. Yeah, that's a nice contrast to like your previous upbringing. Well, for once he's stumped, eh? Well, this world. I'd be a child. Well, if you're gonna make a show about an assassin, you kinda eventually address a bit of a moral conundrum. Well, damn. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah. Plan of Goddess. Ah, that was such a waste though. Ah. I can't be happy about that. That was... You had a chance there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a bit disappointed with that outcome there. Just... Look, I'll be honest here. My expectations for this show aren't like high or anything like that. They're not even there, to be fully honest. Like, I mean, it's you should know from scene one, like what kind of show we're doing here, right? The sort of like overpowered protagonist and just gaining new skills on the fly throughout, and I don't know, like 3 other female characters as side characters and stuff like that. So you know what kind of isekai show this is gonna be. So I'm not like surprised by anything. Like I said before, it's kind of like just one of those isekai shows that I indulge in. And hence why I say, like, in terms of expectations, they aren't really there. I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised by anything good that comes along, but you know, all the generic stuff they do. Actually, I can scoot over here. All the generic stuff that happens, I'm kind of just, I'm taking it. You know, it's like, okay, so he develops new magic on the fly, and why has nobody ever thought about that? Like, or like, never mind new magic, or the fact that this is just basically an alphabet, and you can work things out. Or just a simple question of like, you can just write down spells for someone else to learn. You're telling me nobody ever thought of that? And stuff like that. It's just like, okay, like I'm gonna complain about it throughout the show. Don't you worry. But by the end of the day, I kind of accept that this is like what we're doing, what we're dealing with. Also, what's the studio? Silver Link? Really? Studio Palette. Palette is not it. Silver Link. I guess checks out. I was just kind of intrigued because of the way the eyes are drawn on the characters. They have like this red tint, sort of like on the outline of the eyes. And that's a very distinct thing. But well, the main thing I'm remembering it from is like Grisaya no Kajitsu, so I was wondering if there's a studio. But was Grisaya no Kajitsu 8-bit? Grisaya... Kind of want to check this real quick. Yeah, that was 8-bit. I mean, the studio doesn't mean that that can't be the same... like people behind the scenes who just are hired by the studio to do the work. In all honesty, I'm not fully sure how this whole studio quality thing actually works. But be all that as it may, it's definitely the same style, though. I'm just seeing some pictures here right now, and they kind of got the same eyes, if nothing else. I mean, okay, most pictures are like from the visual novel, so that doesn't really help. But yeah. Okay, just huge tangent there, back to the thing. We've learned magic, and just like that, we've went into making guns and mortars or bigger guns. I'm not sure what that last thing was supposed to be. Not a mortar, really, because those explosions... No, that was way bigger. Just make a nuclear bomb at this point. I don't know, create some plutonium. But like, it kind of bothers me when you say, what was it? Atomic weight, melting point, and density is what he described, right? So I'm not sure on the like actual on how this all ties into physics, but that's not really how you define a metal, right? These 3 things. The density, yes, maybe, but like in general, it's the proton number, if I'm not wrong. Like if you add neutrons, you get the isotopes. Electrons is the ions or something. I'm not sure. Like I'm not a physics or chemist major or minor or whatever. But the point is, like, these three variables that you use to literally define what element you get, which also just happens to come up in a random shape every time. I feel like it does not have that much thought put into it, does it? Maybe that's just me. I love to be corrected on that by someone who actually has a proper understanding on physics. But even then, we haven't gotten any answer as to how he defines the shape. Like, how does he make a gun? How does he make a knife from the elements? Or anything like that. Whatever. Where was I? Oh yeah, right. The ending. My expectations. Yeah. Disappointment there. It's just that you had the opportunity to at least somewhat address the moral issue of working as an assassin. I kind of like the lesson by the father there, in contrast to his previous lives. Like, you're not a tool, you're a human, and you kind of got to figure this thing out for yourself. As opposed to the previous one where it's just like, here, that person, kill. But at the end of the day, that's kind of like exactly what we had at the end. Like, here, that person, kill her. It's like, and he did. And then we had the character shift to, yeah, she definitely was a criminal who, like, I don't make any judgments on the death sentence here, but she didn't seem all too, like, regretful about what she did. Do you call it regretful? Whatever. The point is, you could have kind of, I was wondering if this scene was going to turn out like where he decides not to kill her. Or like, not just outright, but some sort of interrogation where he figures out whether or not she was it. I mean, that was quickly dismissed when she started admitting to everything, with just excuses on why and how it happened. So that wasn't going to happen. But the point is, it's like kind of, why did you have to shift her character like that at the end? You kind of ruined the whole setup for questions of morality when you said like, nah, she's evil. You don't need to feel bad about killing her. She deserves it. Maybe, probably. No remorse whatsoever. Remorse was the word I was looking for before when I said regretful. Yeah, sort of like that. So I'm a bit disappointed with that at the end. Again, it's like, I know what type of anime I'm watching, okay? But that doesn't mean I can't be pleasantly surprised when some actual good writing happens or whatever. Yeah. In any case, that was the 3 episodes. Like, kudos to the anime though. Like, these episodes fly by. I'm enjoying myself. It's not because of amazing writing, but it's fun to watch, and it's like, that's kind of why I'm watching stuff anyway, because I want to enjoy myself while doing it. And I'm also having fun criticizing it, for that matter. So yeah, that will have to be the end of these first 3 episodes. After this, we should hopefully do weekly episodes, you know, properly for whenever a new episode comes around. And yeah, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe leave a like or a comment. I love reading comments. I try to reply to all of them. And if you especially like this, maybe you even dare to subscribe. And I'll see you next time if you do. Until then, bye.